My stepmom called me crying the day I signed my first NFL contract. She hadn't spoken to me in 6 years. I almost didn't recognize the number. I was 14 when my dad married her. She had 2 sons, both around my age. For the first few months, everything seemed fine. A little awkward, but fine. By month 8, I was sleeping in the basement on a folding cot, eating dinner after everyone else finished, and doing their laundry every Sunday morning before they woke up. My dad watched it happen and said nothing. I told myself it was temporary, that he'd notice, that he'd step in. I made excuses for him the way kids do when they love a parent who doesn't love them back the same way. The basement had one small window. In winter, the pipes knocked all night. I started setting 2 alarms so I wouldn't miss school. Nobody upstairs ever asked why I looked tired. At 15, her oldest son broke my gaming console during an argument. I told my dad. He bought him a newer one the following weekend and told me to stop starting trouble. That was the moment I understood where I stood. I poured everything into football. Not because I had some big dream. I did it because the field was the one place nobody treated me like a problem to manage. My coaches saw me. My teammates saw me. For 3 hours every afternoon, I wasn't invisible. I got good. Really good. At 17, I took a hit in practice that bent my wrist at an angle it was never supposed to go. I came home and showed her. She told my dad I was being dramatic, that I just wanted attention, that I'd be fine by morning. My dad nodded along. A teammate's mom was still in the parking lot when I walked back out. She took one look at my face and drove me straight to the ER. Hairline fracture across 2 bones. The doctor said if I'd waited until morning I might have done permanent damage. I still have those x-rays in a folder in my apartment. I don't know why I keep them. I just do. That woman, Mrs. Callahan, sat with me in the waiting room for 4 hours, bought me a vending machine sandwich, didn't make me talk. When we finally walked out at midnight, she said, "You call me if you ever need anything, okay?" I nodded. I was trying not to cry in front of her. Senior year, I got a full ride to state, Division I, full scholarship, the kind of offer that changes a life. My signing day was a Wednesday afternoon in the school gymnasium. I put it on the family calendar 3 weeks out, reminded everyone twice. Nobody came, not my dad, not her, not either of her sons, just my position coach, Coach Reyes, sitting in the second row of an empty gym with his hands folded like he was waiting for church to start. I sat at the table, looked at the pen, looked at the room, and signed my name. Coach Reyes clapped. The sound echoed off the bleachers. He cried on the drive back. I stared out the window. College was 4 years of becoming someone. I didn't go home for holidays. There was nothing to go home to. I sent my dad a text every Christmas for the first 2 years out of habit. When he stopped responding to even those, I stopped sending them. 6 years of silence. Then my name showed up on ESPN. Draft night, 3rd round, my face on the ticker at the bottom of the screen. By morning, it was articles. By afternoon, it was highlight packages. By evening, I had a signing bonus with enough zeros I had to count them twice. By the next day, she was texting from a number I didn't have saved. "So proud of you. We always knew you had something special. Please call me when you get a chance. We'd love to reconnect." I read it 3 times. Showed my agent. He didn't say anything at first, then he just laughed. Not mean. Just that specific laugh that means, of course they did. 3 days later, her oldest son DM'd me about a business idea. A supplement company. He just needed a name attached to it. A face. Thought we could really do something together, family and all. Day 5, an email from my dad. Subject line, "Proud of you, son." A paragraph about following my career for years. How he always believed in me. How he'd love to reconnect over dinner. One line near the bottom about being between jobs and things being difficult. I read every word. I didn't respond to any of them, but I did something else. I called Mrs. Callahan. She picked up on the second ring. Same voice. Like no time had passed. I told her about the contract. She made that sound people make when good news catches them off guard. I said, "I want you and your family at my first home game. 4 seats, field level. Your name on the guest list." She couldn't finish a sentence. Just kept starting one and stopping. Finally, "We'll be there. We will absolutely be there." Some people in my comments say I should give my dad another chance. That he's still my father. That I'll regret the distance someday. Maybe they're right, but I keep going back to that empty gym. The echo of one person clapping alone in the bleachers. The way signing day is supposed to feel like a celebration, and instead it was just pen on paper in a quiet room. Nobody noticed I was gone. I've decided that says everything.